Hey guys, welcome to Friday's stream. First of all, yesterday was a bit of a disaster because we were meant to go into World of Warcraft Midnight Part 2, technically, for our visit yesterday, but I didn't have any internet until very late on last night, and then there was this a bit of a shame really, because we hardly had any time before I would normally have the cut-off point. So with that happening, this forthcoming week, there is disruption, but I should be able to do some streaming next week. So because we couldn't do yesterday, we're going to do it next. The idea is next Thursday, Friday, and next Saturday. But more about that tomorrow night. But yes, so thanks to that little disruption, obviously it's made slight changes to the forthcoming week, because obviously we were meant to go into World of Warcraft Part 2 midnight yesterday, but never mind. But we did have fun in Part 1, didn't we? So there is a lot of reports about the bugs that they've been having. I have to be honest, when we did the storyline part in Zulaman, you know, on Wednesday, it was okay. It wasn't even the little cinematics, in-game cinematics, and all that sort of thing, seemed to be okay. So hopefully they've, probably fixed it for those who maybe did the storyline when the bugs weren't fully, smoothed off and all that sort of thing. But when we were in on Wednesday, it seemed to be okay, but we will keep an eye out for that. So, well, we've had a dramatic week, haven't we? So we had drama on Tuesday when we were in Destiny 2 Renegades, continued the storyline, and then Wednesday we were in Part 1 for World of Warcraft Midnight, and then obviously Thursday didn't exist because of problems technically. And then today, yes, so welcome to Friday's stream, ladies and gentlemen. So Friday, with it being obviously the usual for Destiny 2, Xur's Reset Live, so technically Destiny 2 Renegades, Xur's Reset Live. So yes, so each Friday we see what Xur has for us available, and we don't always buy everything, but we normally just do the requirement. So more about that as we go into it for you new viewers. So welcome to Destiny 2. It is a really cool bit of drama as well. So in regards to Renegades, so we have started the storyline, and obviously it leads us to doing tons of little things all over the place, but with regards to the storyline, we have to do let's have a look. So we have onto this bit of the storyline. So next time we're in Destiny 2 Renegades, we will continue this. So with it being a Friday, like I said, we concentrate more on the other side of Destiny 2, where we briefly step away just to go and see the Merchant of the Nine, which is Xur. So he is at the tower as always on Friday. Like I said in past live streams of Xur's Reset, he used to be dotted all over the map, including Nessus, which is the world that's behind my ship. We often found him at the barge on Nessus, and occasionally at different, points of interest, I guess, for him around the map as well. So he does get around, but as you've seen during Destiny 2 Renegades, obviously the story relates to more of the nine. We don't really know much of them really, and why they're doing what they're doing. But Zer is, you know, an agent of the nine, but he isn't like bad or anything. He's just a merchant, and he sells stuff. He's like the supermarket, really, basically. Um, top bargains. um, so I guess when he's not at the tower, obviously with the changes that are introduced for Destiny 2, um, he goes off and tries to get cool stuff, or makes deals to try to get cool stuff. I don't know if that's true or anything, but you just think, well, what could he do in the meantime? The gap between we see him every week, because obviously the Guardian games aren't on, the other things aren't on unless there's a tournament. But um, I guess he has plenty of time to kill, hasn't he? Until next time we see him. So Zer's reset goes from Friday all the way to reset Tuesday, forthcoming Tuesday, 5 p.m. GMT UK time. Then he disappears until that same Friday of that reset week, and then all over again. You know what I mean? So we landed here at the annex, and we are going to head to the part of the tower where he is located. So he usually, can be at different places on the map, including different parts of the tower. Actually, he used to be at the hangar, but he actually is just upstairs, basically, from where we're going. So we're not running to see him, but we could, but it's not a rush thing. So ages ago, we used to head down here to see the Drifter, which we can still do that and get additional bounties and all that sort of thing. Hawthorne's over there, who we see anyway when we get weekly, little bonuses done for the week, XP. She gives us stuff as well. So there's new locations since the update that they introduced from the previous expansion. I would say it was more introduced during Final Shape, as well as Edge of Fate, previous expansion, but Edge of Fate, it was more concrete, where we're going to make Zer's location, at the tower. In Final Shape, it was, occasional, he was somewhere else, or occasionally he didn't even load up, but that is probably because of the transition between expansions, and sometimes there's problems with, finding out where he is. But yes, so as you can see, Zer's got his new little home here at this part of the tower. So he's over here. So he used to be at the hangar near where St. 14 is, but as well as the opposite side at the other part of the annex as well. But now this is his permanent, until further notice, I guess, the best way of saying it, his home, or where he's going to expect customers, I guess, is probably the best way of saying it. So he is a cool character there, so you get to see him. So that's what he looks like. He looks a bit like my neighbour, actually, but so each week during his reset, there used to be a couple of bits of gear for each of the classes. Not always, usually the same type of exotic, but it was a rare thing that it was the same actual type, but for the same slot. But these things happen. So since the changes they introduced from Edge of Fate, and even from Final Shape, really was the the catalyst really that began it properly, as they began to head into Destiny 2 Renegades from not just Final Shape, but where Final Shape led us into the Edge of Fate, and then obviously even before Final Shape, the Witch Queen, there were still like hints of what they're going to do for the future of Destiny 2. So little things like that, obviously they might have planned years ago, but obviously it can take them ages to introduce it, which makes sense because they have to have it balanced and all that sort of thing. It takes a lot of time, which makes sense. So each week Sir has a bit of gear for each of the classes. Like I said, rare, it's the same type of gear type for that same slot, but usually it is something that we haven't seen for a while for that exotic, as well as the changes they introduced to his requirements for the week as well. So we used to have to spend other resources as well every time we bought stuff from him, so we had to carry tons of other like materials in our bags. But now, like I said, since the Witch Queen onwards, they introduced changes that they were gonna make a bit more simplified and all that sort of thing. So now we just spend strange coins. So it is a currency that Xur loves, and it sort of makes sense because when you go to his treasure hoard in the Eternity, he's got tons of coins everywhere. He probably doesn't know what to do with the coins, to be honest, because he could buy everything really, unless there's things that are very expensive, but he might be saving up for, but we just don't know. But when the Guardian games are on, he's enjoying watching them. So he doesn't seem like a person that was, bad in that sense. So that's why, when we do Xur's reset, it's interesting because he's nothing like what you may think of an Agent of a Nine. He's only a merchant, a really cool merchant, in fairness. Friendly, likes Guardian games. He loves watching people kill each other, as it were, in the Crucible, especially during the Guardian games, and even when the solstice is on, or even when there's a tournament or something. So, regards to his gear, there always is a class that they start with first, and it is always the Hunters. So, the Hunters start first, and then it goes on to the Titan, which is what my character is. And then the final class, the Warlocks. So, and we go through what we can spend our strange coins. So, the idea of his reset with the massive changes, we have to spend at least 47 strange coins. So, it is up to you how you spend your 47, as long as you spend 47 to get the requirement done for the favour of the 9 buff every week. We will go through that in a minute. So, like I said, the Hunters kick off their gear, and for you Hunters out there, you probably got more appearances for your Hunter gear. So this is the default appearance, and then we do have these other ones. Rather stabby. So even the default looks much better, doesn't it? So we have had this bit of gear before, but not for a while. So the idea is you, if you're happy with the appearance, for example, for you Hunters out there, you've probably got different other appearances that I haven't got. You select that one, and then which one you're happy with, and then obviously once you're happy with the appearance, you can then have fun customizing the color scheme as much as it will let you for each piece of exotic gear. So that looks quite good, doesn't it? However, this is some of the new shaders or transmog colors schemes that we got over the past months, and sometimes they don't even, you know, they're not totally customized as much as you think for each piece of armor. So some are more customized than others. See what I mean? That looks much better than the other one. But so these are gauntlets. So they kick off the week with gauntlets, and this is the other fun part. So every time there is exotic piece of gear, there is 3 major mod slots. So depending what you need the major mod slots for and what situation you're going in, whether it's for your little team or individual stuff that you're doing yourself, you might want to think about what major mod slots you might want. But usually the exotic bit of gear just sort of give you a little description of what that gear is more useful for, and then you can then work around that. Half the time I do just muck around with which ones work best, even with my Titan, because of course I don't have a hunter or warlock as of yet, but it doesn't mean I can't create one. So whatever subclass your warlock or Titan or hunter is, for example, I guess you can just work around that type of subclass to work alongside specific traits that you might feel will be very helpful for your team, or if you're doing something very difficult like a raid or dungeon, or even a Grandmaster Nightfall, for example, like a very, very difficult Nightfall. So there is tons of choice. So once you've selected your 3 major mods, the minor mods will work alongside the major ones. So I guess you can just maybe decide which one you want to test, really. The other thing to bear in mind is when you do look at the additional traits for the major mods, if you look at the stats on the bit of gear, that is another thing that will help you. So any of these, if you're preferring something more higher percentage, for example, than others, that can also help with deciding which one of these major mods will be more beneficial. So there is a lot of armor charge, so this could be very helpful. So if you picked all of them to help with protecting you from specific damage, maybe, So since the changes they introduced from the Witch Queen expansion, they now allow pieces of exotic gear to be leveled to up to a level 5. Certain gear is still leveled to 10, but that's because it's the old leveling system for that piece of gear, which they haven't actually changed. So if you do get that bit of exotic gear, for example, whether it's a weapon as well, sometimes it is fun leveling up to level 10 where the rest goes to level 5, but yes, so there is certain bits of gear out there, giant list, as it were, that hasn't been altered really at all. They just haven't bothered touching it really. So interesting. So if you've got duplicates as well, you could infuse it, which is a really cool word, isn't it? Infuse. I think they should just rename that to merge or something. Makes more sense, that, doesn't it? Because you're basically merging a high version of the same piece of gear with a lower version, but it keeps the stats of the higher version. So if you're not happy with the high version stats, you might want to swap it around, and then do it the other way around, or just bin or recycle um, the other one until you're happy with the stats that you want for your particular hunter's bit of gear in this case. So just like for the other classes, every time these pieces of gear appear in Xur's reset, they're going to have either similar stats to what they were before, or better. It's rare that they're worse, but yes. So, gauntlets to start off for the hunters, and the second bit of gear is the helmets. So, I'm not sure we've had this helmet before. So sometimes we come across exotic gear that we haven't really come across. Yes, so we haven't come across this. Looks quite cool. So, same principle. If you found, other appearances in your travels or from the, Eververse store, change it to that, and then obviously you're happy with the appearance. But then you can have fun with the customization, with the color scheme. So, that's quite cool, isn't it? But certain colors, I mean, that looks quite cool. See, that does actually customize more or less the entire thing, where the gauntlets, you still have the the metal that didn't change color, which is a shame. See, that looks quite cool. So I mean, that has customized some of the metal on the helmet, hasn't it? So like I said, each piece of exotic gear, will be more customized than others, and it's like really pain in the backside in that sense, because everything should be the same. No, because bear in mind, each piece of these gear is from a specific season, from an expansion, and possibly from an event that's from a specific expansion as well, before they actually made the massive changes to the armor system, leveling and stats and all that. So this refers to arc. So potentially you can have a mixture of heavy ammo maybe and special ammo drop, and then the minor one can help maybe your melee, maybe, and then that will sometimes regen special ammo drop or heavy ammo drop, which is very useful for having tons of heavy ammo to get rid of pests quicker. And as usual, you can upgrade this now to the new level 5. And infuse it if you've got duplicate. So this is a bit of gear that we haven't actually got for the hunters. So I could click on it later if I need to. So on to my Titans. So obviously there will be more appearances for you to see here. So same principle, 3 major mod slots. So it usually does have a little description about what the traits are or what it's more referring to. So it is referring to solar here. So maybe having solar resistance might be very helpful, or even helping deal solar damage as well. So you can pick any of them really, as long as they work to help your team. I don't see why you can't have a little mixture of different ones. Let's to see which ones will work best. But obviously the little description does sort of give you an idea what might be more beneficial to pick, but it's up to you. But that's the fun thing of testing things out, seeing which ones work terrible or which ones work really good. So just mention about melee as well. So just like for the Hunter's bit of gear. They had a bit of gear that referred to melee more, so maybe the minor one could be melee as well, briefly. Or maybe something related to your grenade throw, so you can get that quicker. Which do have a chance to drop orbs of power, which will help you get your super for your specific damage type, which in this case is referring to solar. So the more times you get your super, the more times you can use your ultimate ability. But like I said, you've got plenty of choice. So like I said, the major ones work alongside the minor to help, balance it out. But like I said before, keep an eye on the stats, because every time you do get the same bit of gear in this reset, it's not necessarily going to be identical to the piece that you got maybe a couple of months ago, called the same thing. Might be even better, the current one. So it's like random, really. So you've got plenty of choice there. So in regards to the appearance, because my Titan main class on Destiny 2, so for example we just trying to think of a cool one. So we did pick up a few different appearances. So for example, this one looks very much solar, doesn't it? Damage. So what you might have to do is pick a colour scheme that matches it. See what I mean? So picking that other one, not necessarily working well, is it? But maybe something related to fire, maybe, sort of thing. So this is where you're gonna have fun trying to customize your armor. So for example, we picked this one and then I changed it because it looks a bit orangey, doesn't it? So like I said, different bits of exotic gear customized better than others. So even though the appearance might look sort of okay, but at least the color scheme makes it look better, doesn't it, than default. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. So like I said, this is the fun thing of doing Xer's reset, because you get gear and then you're gonna spend ages trying to customize it if you do get that bit of gear. So just like for previous bit of gear, the major mods work alongside the minor, so it is up to you what you pick. But once you're happy with the appearance, you could muck around for ages, really. So as always, you can upgrade this to a level 5 as well as infuse it duplicates, basically, if you've got multiple in your vault. Because sometimes it's good to collect ones that have better stats, and then eventually when a new one comes along of the same type of weapon or armor, you can then just get rid of it and make room in the vault. So the good thing is, in the vault you can have so much gear and equipment. So second bit gear for the Titans is leg armor this week, so exactly the same principle as before, depending what situation you're going in. So it does have a little description, so it could be maybe optional, really. So just like the hunter's bit of gear, you could pick which ones you feel might work, test it out, and then just muck around and switch it around until it's perfect. So you don't always have to go by what it says description wise, but it is up to you, really. So for the appearance, obviously my Titan have more appearances. See, it's got these funny eye things. Bit scary, isn't it? So, for example, we pick this default appearance and then change the color scheme. So, as you can see, it still has that flaming thing on the side, regardless what color I pick. See what I mean? So that spoils it, I think. So maybe you have to find something that will sort of blend in a bit, like that one. But the one that I do like sort of spoils it a bit, doesn't it? So whichever major mods you pick, like I said, you can test it out, not just in Gambit or even doing the playlist of the Nightfall or in the Strike playlist, just to test things out really. And then I just refer to a mixture of things here, so it could, I don't see why it couldn't be a mixture of things that you select, maybe arc and solar, and maybe void or something, or even stasis or strand maybe, or even void. See what I mean? There's so much choice. So once you're happy with the major choice or choices out of the three that you select, the minor one will work alongside the major ones, obviously, but also helping your team as well, depending if you're more geared to help protect your team than dishing out damage. So depends, if you're support or up front, as it were, for the team, especially during a Nightfall run, for example. So you have so many color schemes to go through, or shaders. So whichever one you pick, eventually out the entire lot, I mean, even like I said, that looks much better now, doesn't it, when we picked that color? But when we picked a color that I do like, overall, it spoils it, doesn't it? But never mind. So I think we have this one in the vault. So since the expansion updates and the gear level updates as well, so there's gear base level 300 for all of the base level bits of gear from him, regardless. So yes, so base level 300 all the way through for each of the classes. So that is what the Titans have this week. So the Hunters have at least 2 bits of gear that are different. So Warlocks to end the gear really. So just like the Hunters, if you've got additional appearances, you Warlocks out there, pick whichever one that you will, that you're happy with. So this is the default, and I mean, to be honest, it looks weird. But now it looks a bit more colourful. See what I mean? So the default looks So if you pick that colour, see, like I said, not all bits of the armour changes, so that's such a shame. It really is a shame. See what I mean? Doesn't totally change, does it? So you might have to pick a colour that sort of blends in with that purpley bit, as it were. So you can spend hours and hours trying to make it perfect. So the major mods, it does refer in regards to the Warlock, to do with Chaos. Sounds lovely. So void damage, it refers to more. So maybe pick Void Loader, maybe, or well, yes, I guess so. Armor Charge, and just refer to Armor Charge again. So sometimes chest armor as well as gauntlets just refer to armor charge or something to help with damage resistance. So so you've got 2 grenades here that could, major mods that could help this. Regen your grenade abilities, that could stun, of course, barrier champions, especially in Nightfall, which is very important because it's the only way you can kill it. Once the barrier champion is stunned, it can't do anything other than get shot out, basically. So when we go into the Nightfall run, you will see what I mean. But in regards to this gear, sometimes it's best to pick gear or maybe mods that will work and help with the team in mind as well. If they're needing damage resistance, or maybe. But if you can create a lot of chaos in regards to stunning a lot of things, then the team can kill it without too much difficulty. But then you have the problem that you might not have any damage resistance at all to help the team. But so sometimes you have to balance it that way. But then I think sometimes you could just go in with whatever you feel you would like for your warlock to do in this case. Cause a bit of mess, or try to be a support, or even help get ups of power dropped for your team members, not just yourself, so then they can get their supers and kill things quicker as well. So there is different ways of looking at it, but it's always fun just to test things out, isn't it? So it doesn't refer to grenade again. So the major mods could all refer to the grenade regen, and then obviously the minor one could also refer to the grenade as well. You know what I mean? All helps. So just like the previous bits of gear, exotic gear, level it to a level 5, which is the new change for the gear level 4 exotics for this expansion, since a couple of expansions ago when they made it a bit more simplified. So if you've got duplicates, like I said, you can merge them together, but then also keep an eye on the stats. So this is the base level, so this might have better stats than a higher version of the same one, so you sometimes have to keep an eye out for that. So the second bit of gear for the warlocks is actually another pair of gauntlets. So it's a bit strange that that's happened, but it's rare that this happens. But so the warlocks have 2 identical gauntlets. Well, not the same identical piece, but for the same slot. So same principle. And also it will refer to specific traits more. Sometimes it doesn't really have much description, and you're like, well, what do I pick? So like I said, it's all to do with playing around and testing what works best. You could even have one of each, I guess, with specific damage, because I think if your teammates have maybe solar, or even in this case arc maybe, or in stasis, but at least you're supporting that side of the team's abilities, really. But like I say, you've got tons of choice, and also you've got this other little list as well, so you're like, which one do I pick? So there's so many really. So once you're happy with the major mods, as always, just like the previous gauntlets for the warlocks, you can pick the minor mods that will work alongside it. It's up to you which one you pick, but maybe pick one that will help, but like I said, it is up to you really. But if you're doing a group activity, probably best to pick something that will help your team members as well, in case they do not have maybe the mods selected for their actual character to help with helping your stats as well. So yes, so it's always fun, isn't it? Because you're always gonna either be helping others as well as them helping you get your super or etc. But yes, so you got tons of choice as always. So as always, you can level this to a level 5 maximum and infuse it if you have duplicates of the same bit of exotic gear in this case. So the appearances, like I said, obviously the gauntlets, I've only got these 3, so the default looks even better. So see, that looks much better, doesn't it? Better than the default. Do you know what I mean? So that one looks even better than this one that I do like, the colour scheme anyway, but doesn't look as cool. But for you warlocks out there, you probably got additional appearances, and then once you're happy with the specific appearance, then you can have fun deciding what colour you want to be, as it were, for your warlock. So whichever is your main subclass in regards to Destiny 2, this bit of gear, which is the mark, which is what you wear around your belt, is designed towards whichever class you are. So whether you're a warlock, hunter or titan, the mark will change, referring to what is your primary characters. So if if you're more of a warlock, this would be called something else, which is so hard to remember what it's called. But the hunters one is called the same thing for the warlocks and hunters, and this is what it's called for the titans. So the hunters version and the warlocks versions called different names, but they're basically the same. But the thing is, with the mark, it's not actually going to tell you what stats you got, because it is random. So you don't necessarily know what you're going to get until you buy it, really. Where the other ones that you saw had specific stats already, default. So this one's more of a, pot luck really. So regards to there's new requirements for every time we go and visit him. So we're having to get to the favour of the 9 buff, so we have to spend 47 strange coins. It is up to you how you spend your 47, but as long as you spend 47 to get the favour of 9 buff. I mean, this one costs very expensive 41 coins, which is more than enough, or just slightly short, obviously, but it's spending more than what you need. So you can even buy 47 strange gifts instead. It's not guaranteed you're going to get anything cool, but it just helps towards this. And the good thing is with Zer, he doesn't mind how you spend your 47 strange coins. So you also have the other options now since they introduced these changes. So there used to be legendary armor and weapons, but now this is weapons. But I don't know if the strange weapon engram actually gives you, legendary armor as well, because unless they merge them all together, do you know what I mean, into one engram rather than separate little lists, Same with the exotic gear above. It doesn't say if it's just weapons only. Do you know what I mean? It just says exotic gear. So same with this. So if you want to get specific exotic weapons available, so the Hawkman hand cannon is permanently there, which they made the changes during the Witch Queen, and then it is usually the ones after it that is slightly mystery. So the three after the Hawkman hand cannon is always going to be ones potentially that you haven't got, so maybe seen for a while. So the Hawkman hand cannon is available for those who need it, and the other gear next to it is the linear fusion rifle, the arbalist, and then you've got fighting line bazooka, which grenade launcher. Just looks like a bazooka in a way, doesn't it? And then you got the colony, which is another grenade launcher, which is a bit funny because you got 2 grenade launchers this week. See what I mean? Usually it's not always the case. And then you got 2 catalysts as well, so you got the Lord of Wolves catalyst for those who need it, as well as the this catalyst as well, which I can't pronounce, but I believe it's a bow. So for those out there that uses a bow, this will be very useful for those who need it. But this is what's available. I mean, the catalyst costs 71 strange coins per catalyst, so you need nearly about 200 strange coins just to be able to buy just these 2, and that's more than enough. Do you know what I mean? So Zer's requirement is 47, so it doesn't necessarily mean you have to spend just 47. It's up to you. So the weapons underneath the legendary weapons, so you got a mixture of different ones. So some heavy, some special ammo ones as well, and a couple of the primary slot one as well. So we're going to do things simple, because there's probably wondering how we're going to spend our coins. So we're going to buy this because I don't recall actually buying this. So for you guys who do raids and dungeons, so this refers to that, I believe. So it gives you additional loot at the end of the dungeon or raid, but in my character's case, we're just buying it for the requirement. So that's, because we can easily get some more of these anyway. So we're going to buy this.
It was never mine.
So we still got another 6 more coins. So we're going to buy these, or we're going to just buy 6 more of these. So we're going to buy 6 individual of these strange gift.
An exchange.
So we even got rare banners, which is funny because sometimes it is available for the week. So we just need to buy 3 more. So we're getting some blue crap, as I call it, because it's basically gear that isn't any use. But Zed doesn't mind that.
It was the Nine's.
And it's funny how we get some more enhancement cores, even though we could have bought some anyway. But the strange gift gave us some strange coins. The strange coins gave us some, you know, enhancement cores anyway. So that's quite funny in a sense. So as you can see, this thing is now available for us to click on. So Favour of the 9 buff.
It is yours now.
So as simple as that in regards to this reset. You can come back until the reset week to buy any of this if you need to. I probably will buy this, but I'm going to build on the coins to ensure that we've got enough for next time. Because I'm sure we don't have this bit of gear, but in regards to other gear, it might be this gear and this bit of armour that we don't have. But for my Titan, obviously, we do have these two anyway. But for the Hunter, I think we've got this one as well. So this might be the only bit of gear, and this one for the Warlocks that we haven't got. So as simple as that. So
I may be here when
we
you
say thank you
return.
to Sir. Thank you, sir. Oh look, somebody else here shopping as well. So like I said, we've got blue crap that we don't need, as I call it. So we don't need any of that. The other thing I will mention, because we're not getting any glimmer, because we maxed out with the glimmer already, so before we go into Crucible we are going to waste some currency, which is another thing that you sometimes have to do before the following reset week, for example, because we are maxed out.
Anything special?
So this is costing us
Not bad.
15,000 glimmer per one, so we're just wasting some unnecessary purchases here, but it's only helping us so we can recycle all, you know, other gear that we don't need. See how it's giving us our glimmer and some enhancement cards as well. So it should be right. So this is the other. So you can buy this numerous times. Von Banshee, who is the, another merchant, but he's a weapons merchant. So you can buy specific gear for specific slots from Banshee, and then, you know, if you need it. But if you don't need it, like we don't need it, literally, we are just wasting our glimmer here. But bear in mind, we're going to get a shitload of glimmer when we go into Crucible, because every time we do Crucible, Gambit as well, that side of Crucible, as well as the Nightfall run and other things, we get so much glimmer back. So the amount of glimmer you get is insane, really. So sometimes it's best to maybe get the gear level right down below, maybe so I'm just seeing if we can buy multiple weapons here. So we can buy this one. We can buy this one. So it is spending out enhancement costs as well. So we bought 3 weapons there, costing 15k each of glimmer anyway. But as you can see, we're just getting rid of it, and it's given us 3,000 glimmer back out of the 45 we spent or so. See what means go right down, but we need it to go right down so we can not worry about not getting any glimmer from the instances that we're going to go into.
Done and done.
So we bought another 3. So that's like what, 45 again, something like that. So 45,000 glimmer spent again. So well over 100,000 glimmer. See what I mean? So it's gone right down to, you know, that. So we can see what happens afterwards. So we're doing that on purpose, so we don't go into the instances without getting any glimmer, because it's ideal that we do. So like I said, we got stuff for the postmaster that we don't need either, so this is also going to give us more glimmer in regards to recycling as well. So more stuff you recycle, the more. So that's gone right up. So we could even buy another bit of gear before we get started from Banshee as well, just to waste our glimmer because we maxed out. So it doesn't matter which one we buy. So we bought another 3. So I do hope everyone's had a decent week, other than yesterday's little hiccup in regards to my streaming. It hasn't been too bad, other than dying, of course, during my live streaming. So, see what I mean? Even if it's spent multiple of 45,000 glimmer. So we will go and see tests later in regards to the Eververse. So we're going to go into the other part of tonight's stream in regards to Xerxes Reset. So we're going to click on the Portal tab, which is the new changes they introduced during the previous expansion as well, but it was going to be like that from now on, as it were. So we do have Crucible down here, but we also have Crucible in the other tab as well. So this is where it's a bit more confusing, because you've got these options here. Or you've got these options here, which Mayhem's not even mentioned. Do you know what I mean? But it should be. So you have the that version of control, so we can see if we can do this side of Crucible, because it is still fun, and also it's something so it is part of the instances that you're going to see supers quicker. So, during Xerxes Reset, we tried to do at least 4 of each. So, 4 of this side of Crucible, and then 4 of Gambit side of Crucible, as it were. And then we go into a live Nightfall run, and as simple as that. So, we did the live Nightfall run on Tuesday, so we're going to do another one after we've done Gambit, ladies and gentlemen. So, if Gambit does have issues, the good thing is when we do have these little issues with joining different instances, at least we have other instances to pick from that will actually find players, which is a bit weird because it should be all merged together really, but it is a shame you can't queue for multiple things. So like in World of Warcraft, we can queue for up to 3 things at once. So a dungeon, a raid, raid wing, for example, and something else as well. Some PvP thing. So whichever finds a group first. And the good thing is, once you've done that, it requeues you for the other 2 instances that you queued for, and then you can just requeue for the other one if you want to. This is where I just wish this did that, because we have to queue and then come out of the queue and then requeue again, and it's just like, come on. They should just make it in one list, really, but never mind. Or multiple lists, but that you can queue for multiple things at the same time. That's what I meant. So like I said, ladies and gentlemen, I do hope everyone's had a decent week. The weather has been sort of okay, and then today was perfect. It was clear sky, hardly windy, and the sun was out, so it was just like, hopefully the beginning of decent weather from now on, but we just don't know, do we? Mayhem. So during Mayhem we get our supers quick, so we're gonna have it on stasis for now, so you get to see it. So Mayhem is fun because
no cowardice in hiding until you're supercharged. But I'll see it. I'll see it every time.
so we can see what if it control will work. So as you can see, my regen for my super is speeding up faster than usual, but that is because somebody. So I've cast my stasis super, so it actually freezes people in place. It's like some angry ice thing. Ooh! Shit, shot me. I think they killed me with a ball, which is like probably a hunter. So we can get heavy ammo, or I should say special ammo. Heavy ammo, which is really helpful. Okay. What was that? Oh, sorry, did I shoot you in the face? Ah!
5 minutes remaining.
So to me, it's just a bit of fun, but for a lot of players here, it is very important to them. That's not where it buggered off to. You know that little shit that we're shooting or chasing after? He fucking disappeared. Funny. Ah! Ooh, you! You know when you haven't even attacked that particular person or individual, and then they shoot you, and you're like, going, well, I didn't even attack you, so why did you attack me? I mean, yes, you're doing it for the you know, your team, but you happen to be a little shit about it. Ah! You! So I've got my stasis super again. Ah! Oh, we killed somebody with it. Yay! So this is where they need to make slight tweaks to Mayhem here. Ah? Did I just see some purple thing flying over? Hey! Hey! See what I mean? You didn't need to do that, did you? No. Just because I killed you. See what I mean? They take things so personally, don't they? I mean, it's not my fault I cast my super on you. So they have made changes towards that in your face. So the good thing is, once you've casted stasis, for example, you can then go and break the ice afterwards, because you freeze them basically. So on Tuesday we got this stasis sort of version of the Prometheus, which is something I've been trying to get for ages, but thank you. So, well, that was funny. You fucking missed. Oh dear, fucking missed again. Well, you didn't fucking miss, but your teammate did. So I've got heavy ammo. Ah! We didn't kill him.
Don't let your enemy take this without a fight. 1 minute left.
So they should have well won by now, in fairness. But like I said, you get to see what Mayhem's like, but like I said, they make Mayhem much more Mayhem if they got rid of the bloody indicator. Because that's not Mayhem, that's fucking helping. They should have won well before now. So the kills have increased since the changes, but they still need to make it more, what's the word?
Comes for us all.
Towards to make it more.
So you lost? Don't let it upset you. This is
So we
me.
can change this to
Try throwing more
maybe void,
grenades.
so you get to see that. So during Mayhem, we, you know, might not have won, but the whole point is doing it for the weekly stuff. So we're gonna go into the world tab, click on Mayhem again, see if it'll find some new team members, or maybe the same team members as what we just had. So, like I said, for the week, you have these little mini requirements. It's up to you if you want to do them, but every time you do the daily stuff towards the weekly thing, it really this could be done within like what, a couple of visits, never mind the whole week. You know what I mean? But if you're not too bothered, but if there's specific rewards you're wanting only, in my case, I'm just more interested into the bright dust as well as maybe possibly the chronologue. But other than that, I'm not too bothered about the other stuff. We do actually have some glimmer to pick up before reset, before it disappears, and some strange coins as well. Oh look, blue crab. So we've done one instance. So it's as simple as that really on Fridays. So with Zer's reset, do 4 instances of each as near as possible. Occasionally we happen to go into Gambit maybe just twice, and then back into Mayhem, for example, or Supremacy, or whatever's on that's on for the reset, because something doesn't want to find another match in Gambit. It's like it's crashed, for example. So at least you have that backup as well to do other instances. But it's a shame you can't queue for them all at the same time, or 3 at a time, because it'd be more fun. So if we were able to queue for Mayhem in this case, Supremacy or Control, the normal Control, as well as Gambit, so it's more fun that way. So multiple things at once makes sense, but especially for players who don't have, loads of time and all that sort of thing to spare. So, like I said, today it's been rather sunny, so that's good. Hopefully it is the beginning of, the decent weather coming back, because it was here briefly and then it just buggered off, and then occasionally some decent days, but then it's just like, what's happening? So it was like 18 the other day, and then it went right down to 2 degrees, and I'm like, well, that doesn't make any sense. And then today, compared to yesterday was really windy, but today it was hardly any wind and 18 degrees. Do you know what I mean? The day before was only like maximum 10 degrees. Do you know what I mean? It just like doesn't make any sense. Very inconsistent. I mean, if you were abroad or something on holiday, obviously you'd be expecting it to be more or less similar every day for the time of year there, but it's just like very hard to understand why it just keeps doing that. But weather for you. So with the problem yesterday, like I said at the beginning of the stream, we are going to go back into part 2 of World of Warcraft Midnight next week. So next week, of course, there is only a couple of days, 3 days of streaming next week. So because of what happened this week, because we weren't able to go in yesterday, we are actually going to go into World of Warcraft next Thursday. So it will be as if we were doing part 2, So we will continue the storyline where we left the character, because it is so annoying, because I was looking forward to it, and then obviously no internet till like 10:30 last night, and then it's just like too late. Do you know what I mean? So with that happening, obviously I thought, well, this happened like in February or something, but might even happened in March actually as well. But with that happening, we would definitely go in to complete technically like a full visit, as we do. So we already did Wednesday stream. We just have to do Thursday stream next Thursday. So next Thursday, Friday, and Saturday is where things are gonna begin next week. So there won't be any stream until after this weekend, obviously, until Thursday, Friday, and Saturday of this forthcoming week. Once we've done tomorrow night's live stream, and I will remind you all tomorrow night as well about that as well. So we're seeing if we can go into another mayhem. Hopefully, it is funny because sometimes it is, you know, this side of Crucible that's crashed, and then one of the other instances works better. Then it sort of like refreshes everything, and this is like so confusing. So hopefully we can get another instance here done in regards to mayhem. So at least we've done half of this side of Crucible, for example. Ideally, if there is going to be issues. With being live as well, we just don't know what is going to be like. So on Tuesday, while we're waiting to go into another instance, like I mentioned, the Eververse has reset as always every Tuesday to following reset, 5 PM following reset Tuesday. So if you've got currency, silver in this case, you can buy tons of stuff that's available. But if you just, like my character, just want to use your bright dust rather than silver because you don't have any, it's a shame you can't convert that into bright dust. Do you know what I mean? Glimmer, because you get so much glimmer anyway. So like I said, we do have this horse, a racehorse ship. Which technically is a horse, because I said it's a horse, but it's actually a ship, obviously shaped like a horse, but it's for well, not actually shaped like a horse, but horsepower, as it were, because of the celebration of the year of the fire horse. So it's quite cool. Quite cool, isn't it? So obviously changing the colour scheme makes it even more cool as a racehorse in this case. So it is part of the options to spend our bright dust this week. So the main season of Lawless has been going on for over 3 months already beforehand, and now it's on another it was technically over 100 plus days as well, so we still have another month or so of the season. So if you still haven't even finished the current season of Lawless, you've got plenty of time to get all this rewards for the current season finished. And I'm not sure if it's going to reset to repeat it again. That means it's been like over nearly 8 months of that. It would be really weird, wouldn't it? Well, could be how they're doing things for Destiny 2 Renegades for the moment. You don't have to do the requirements to get any of this, but so it did actually kick us out. So we can see if it will go back into mayhem. So I've changed it to void so you get a chance to see it, hopefully. we can see if the other crucible works as well. There is Rift as well, a competitive one as well. So every time you do these little mini requirements, it gives you a little box of goodies, which build up to giving you additional glimmer as well as bright dust, as well as maybe some other resources like enhancement cores. It is rare that it will give you anything else that's going to be really cool straight out of the bag, but I guess it is possible. So we do have these available, but I don't know if there's specific class. Oh, hold on. Hopefully we'll find something as we go into the other list, just to see if that works. And if it has crashed, that means we're going to the rest is maybe Gambit until it does settle down. But it's weird because sometimes we've done that before, and then suddenly that one's crashed and then the other one works, and then it's just like really confusing. Hopefully it will find a game for second instance. It doesn't matter if it's already begun, because bear in mind we are live, so it's not always going to be guaranteed that we're joining it when it's at the beginning. Just like a live Nightfall, sometimes we began it maybe a couple of minutes in, or well, it was funny on Tuesday because we got in it when it was about to finish, and then we redid it again. Which has happened before. The other good thing is with Nightfalls, majority of the time we have actually done them anyway, but a while ago for that particular one. Mayhem number 2. See how much mess I got myself into again. So class as a void.
Mayhem simulates open war. Show me what you can do with no limits.
So if they switch off the indicator, you know, like I say, then it's mayhem. That's funny. Who's shooting who? It's like a mystery. Ah! Oh, we got you. Who got you again? Oh. Ooh. Heavy ammo. Yay. So you got to see Void there a bit better. That was good. I like how when you shoot people with heavy ammo, it doesn't actually kill them when it's meant to. So the funny thing on Tuesday, ladies and gentlemen, which I will mention during this, is we had a couple of cheats again, spoiling it on Tuesday. Oh, did that hurt your face? So I'm going to cast my super Void. So you have the shield thing. Oh, you. Where's he fucking? Where's he at? It's a bit like Steve Rogers there, weren't we? Oh, Stephanie Rogers. Oh, did I hurt? So since we got the new stasis Prometheus, I've changed my gear layout slightly just to be able to have us getting some kills, as it were, with the new stasis Prometheus, which is what we got equipped. Here.
Hold strong, and this battle is yours.
Ooh! Gee, little shit. So we can do another 2 of Mayhem. Just get to see some of the other subclasses we can be of damage type. That's it. Yes. Oh dear. Thinks he's mint, isn't he? That was weird because I hit him with my shield, but it didn't kill him. So this is why sometimes it's very hard to understand how come your damage didn't do anything, but theirs did. So it has taken us a slightly bit longer than usual for the 2 mayhems, but at least you're seeing it. Ooh.
1 minute. Won't be long now.
What? heavy ammo.
30 seconds remain. Finish them.
So I think the amount of time we get is also increased as well.
10 seconds. Take this. Finish them. Sound tactics bring victory.
Ah, nearly got me. But we killed some
Fought
pests.
well. Nothing held back as it should be. Though, you can always throw more grenades.
So we're going to go into another mayhem, if it will let us. So we can change the subclass damage to strand. So you saw stasis, void, now strand. And as you can see, we've got blue crab and some other crap that we don't need. So recycling gear does give you a glimmer as well as usually some enhancement cores as well. So as you can see, we've got tons of enhancement cores, stacks of several, and the rare banners need to be merged into one stack. Just really silly. So them little card things, so this is useful for your raid team. Obviously I don't have a raid team, but you can still get it in case you do. So we got some more strange coins, so we've got sort of enough for next time already, but going to see if we can get some more. So it's been rather fun so far. We've still got hopefully another 2 more mayhems before we go into the other side of Crucible, Gambit, and then we got the final thing of the live stream, which is a live nightfall run. So what will be the nightfall tonight? I'm not sure. So the nightfall has changed to per week to every day now. So it's a different one every day. It is rare that it's the same one because it has crashed trying to load up the new one, but we will see. So when we go into Nightfall, we will change my subclass damage to either solar or arc. But for now, we're going to keep it on strand. Just to see if it will find another instance. So during Gambit, we could keep it on the same instance damage type, for example. I don't understand it because these don't make any sense, I think. So, like it says, it refreshes in just over 3 days. So we could spend that bright dust on that ship, potentially. So if it's being difficult, what we could do, so at least we've done 2 mayhems. So we'll go into the other side of Crucible, well, other list in the Crucible. Go into Control, so you will hopefully get to see 2 of these. With mayhem just being a bit annoying. So in Control we have to, capture the zone. That's how you get your points, and then it's just first one to 100 points usually. So if we joining a control instance already in progress, that doesn't matter because you have seen it before, but it's cool when it's from scratch. But so we're joining it already in progress, I believe. I don't know what the score is. Sometimes it might be right at the end, sometimes it's just at the beginning of the instance. Oh, it's not that far in.
You captured Zone C. You have advantage. Zone A lost. Enemy has zone advantage.
So I'm the only one here with a teammate that's come to join me. So we're going to get some points.
You captured Zone A. Zone advantage is yours.
That was really funny. My teammate got stabbed.
Zone A lost. Enemy has zone advantage.
But bear in mind, the indicator's on, so you would think they would have paid attention. Well, I shot your friend.
Zone A captured.
And now
Zone
I'm going to come
advantage
after
is
you.
yours.
So the changes that also introduced in Crucible is the special ammo resets more often than special heavy ammo, but heavy ammo is still available.
Zone A lost. Enemy has advantage.
So last week when we had Iron Banner, same principle. Oh. But rather than a power play, we've got a hunt, which is the same principle as a power play during Gambit. This side of Crucible.
Zone A captured. You have zone advantage.
But they should do an Iron Banner Gambit, I think. There's so many things they can do, but
Zone B
will
lost.
they listen to me? Probably not. What? What?
Zone B captured. Zone advantage is yours. Zone A lost. Enemy has zone advantage. 5 minutes remaining.
I didn't understand that because I'm sure we shot him more than once. He was like, who's immune? Hey.
Zone B lost. Your enemy has a power play. You captured Zone C.
Oh, you fuck. Evil demon. As it were. Speaking of demons.
You have zone advantage. Enemy has zone advantage.
So, final stream of this reset week, we will have fun continuing the storyline of Diablo 4 as it will lead us into the Vessel of Hatred. So I do hope you will enjoy it tomorrow. So we have completed Act 6 of the storyline so far. It's trying to...
Zone A
So we
lost.
could be about to do the introduction as well as the beginning as well of Diablo 4, the Vessel of Hatred. So tomorrow night from 7:30 PM GMT UK time we will have fun in Diablo. So the other funny thing with this
3
is
minutes left.
you've got players that are really good, but the
Your enemy can't kill if they're dead.
how is he not dead? Why the fuck? That didn't make any sense. He fucked off somewhere. Where did he go?
Zone C lost. Power play. Enemy has your zone.
So the more of your teammates at the flag, it will increase the points.
Zone B. Zone advantage is yours.
That was so funny. Oi! What? What's he doing?
Zone A lost. Enemy has
He's wandering
zone
off.
advantage. The enemy's almost won.
What?
Zone
What's he-
C captured.
Alright. So at least we're getting to cast our super before the end. Ooh, sorry.
Rise from this loss and fight again. life, Guardian. Keep fighting. You'll get it.
So we will go into another control. Just ensure we're done 4. So that one instance has made progress. So what will happen in this one? So you have a week to get this all done. Sometimes it only takes you maybe a couple visits. That's it, you know, because if you spend, you know, whole weekend, just for a few hours actually, sometimes it's so strange how you can get it done so quickly. So doing other things like the Nightfall, the Vanguard playlist counts towards that as well. So tons of different ways. So we will see. I'm not sure if we've got any more. Oh yes, we've got some crap that we don't need. So I know there was a sword there for the for the heavy ammo slot, but it was low level compared to the current max level, but sometimes that has better stats, so some things you can keep it until you get the same heavy weapon bit of gear. That's maybe a 550, then merge that with that sword, for example, which was for 540. That would turn that to a 550 and maybe better stats than the previous sword that you might have of the same name. So there is so many different ways that you can maybe keep not so good gear until you get, you know, a better version of it, or enough better, and then you can masterwork it by spending the enhancement cores with the ascending alloy as well, and sometimes the ascending shard as well. So the ascending alloy as well as the ascending shard and the enhancement core. So 3 bits of currency, just upgrade equipment, just to masterwork it. But usually it is, now with the changes, just enhancement cores, but certain gear is a mixture of different little resources. But it's weird that you go and get 30 of these, you know, but you can get tons of these banners and you can get tons of the enhancement cores. Very strange. That looks like a spoon, doesn't it? Like medicine or something. So, final side of Crucible, and then we're going to go into Gambit. It's been quite eventful, hasn't it? So, with regards to Diablo 4, like I said, we are probably about to begin our journey into the Vessel of Hatred expansion. Still Diablo 4, of course, but should be rather fun tomorrow night. Other thing in regards to Diablo 4, the new expansion goes live very, 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 very soon. But it isn't a rush to go into the new expansion. So the Lord of Hatred goes live literally very shortly. So obviously it continues the storyline of Diablo 4 from the Vessel of Hatred. So once you've done that, you just waiting to step into the new expansion, the Lord of Hatred, which should be really cool. So like I said, plenty of stuff to look forward to, not just in Diablo, World of Warcraft as well. We are trying to get back into Overwatch as well, because that's so cool. I'm hopeless. Same with Fortnite and a few other games that we did play on the previous rig. And then since having the new rig, obviously been trying to make it work properly with the main games that we do live first, and then do the other ones as well. So we've got like Super Animal Royale to go back into, we've got Worms to go back into, Rumble Saturday to get back into the swing of things of Rumble Saturday, which is what we usually do on the Saturday, rather than obviously that you're seeing Diablo 4 tomorrow night. But it sort of ends the Great Reset week of drama with an additional bit more drama, but with our Worms family, as it were, because we haven't been live with our Worms family for a while. But getting back in the swing of things for Rumble Saturday would be really cool. So you will get to see a live Rumble Saturday as well. Again, has been a while, but trying to get things arranged so I can actually do that. So teammate, not sure if he. So if all 6 of us here, we will get like 6 points rather than the four sometimes. So who are you shooting at? Does make you wonder who they're shooting at. So capture all the zones, you get a power play, so the multiple power players in a row ends the instance so quickly. That's what used to happen so quickly. Eh? Oh dear. Ah, you pain in the butt. Oh dear. Seems he was lying on the floor. So with the forthcoming disruption in May 2026, that video will also be uploaded so you can be more aware when the disruption starts. So once it does start in May, there will be a slight absence of live streaming, but I will mention exactly when that will be in May, so at least you lot won't be surprised. Also, the very first catch-up video of 2026 will be uploaded too. We get to see that as well. So there's usually 3 per year, of course. I do try to do, you know, the 4 if possible. Eh? How did he survive that? Very confusing. Oh dear. So we got a power play.
Now hold.
That was quite fun. Oh, I've got no to throw this green thing out. Oh, we've got another power play in quick succession.
You fight like a demon for these zones. Bring me your friends. I need more like you.
So we've done 2 of this side of Crucible, as well as the Mayhem as well. So we're going to go into the other side of Crucible now, ladies and gentlemen. So come out of that, click on Gambit, and we're going to see how this goes. So we're going to do 4 of these. So you saw 2 Mayhems and 2 of this control. Now we're going to go into the other side of Crucible. So we're going to go into Gambit and see how much more drama we're going to get myself into. So Gambit is a mixture of PvP/PvE, so you have to do something as a team, just like in Control there we had to do something as a team, capture the zones, where in Gambit we have to collect and deposit into the bank. So first one to get their primeval up first gets a chance to kill it first, and but also you can go through to the other team's instance and try to spoil things. Yeah, Gambit is quite fun, but they should make it more chaotic, you know. But yes, at least you're going to see some of that. So we nearly got this done as well. These 2, which will help this, which helps this. Okay. So for the week we have to just technically do 7 instances. That's it. Which some players can do in 1 visit. Never mind the 7 instances. So. And also it doesn't matter if you win, it still counts. Do you know what I mean? So it's just like, you know, that's good for new players and for players who are not too bothered about if they're going to be top of the stats and world number one. But to me, it's just a bit of fun, isn't it? So I do hope the weather's going to be better now, because it was lovely and sunny today. 18, 19, 20, something like that today. Watch tomorrow will be like 6 or even like 2. I'm like, spoils it. So our first gambit, we're going to keep this subclass as strand, so you can see that. And then we're going to switch it to solar, and then switch it to arc. So maybe 2 strand, 1 solar, and 1 arc, just to make 4. And then when we go into the live Nightfall run, we will switch it to arc in preparation, just in case we need to have it as arc subclass damage, which majority of the time we do have to, but I think it depends what the Nightfall is. But majority of the time the pests that we come across in the Nightfall do not like arc damage, or stuns them, for example. It's especially void as well, so void or arc. Solar doesn't actually, I don't think that stuns them, so arc is good for stunning barrier champions that you will see during the Nightfall instance. But it is scary how quickly some players of your team members, should I say, get rid of the barrier champions because they're elite, and it's just scary how quickly, once they're stunned, how quickly they can get rid of them. I still haven't worked out if it's a certain amount of barrier champions per instance, or you can spawn more of them depending on your points, threshold, that sort of thing. I don't know if it's points related that spawns more barrier champions or anything like that, because usually during the Nightfall it is chaos anyway, but I don't know if it's additional pests, as it were, just to help you get a really good score. So during the Nightfall you do try to get like the highest score or best score, just to get platinum score, gold score, silver score, bronze as well. But in a way it's just fun to do the Nightfall, especially if it's with players who haven't even done the Nightfall before, because that is another reason why it's all fun, and fair play system as well, which is good. Same with Gambit, so even though one team might do really well than the other team, the catch-up mechanics that introduced for Gambit, for as well being fair play, with everyone that might be new as well, just the catch-up mechanics that allows the opposite team, even if the other team might have already got the primeval up very quickly, just a slight little hint of a chance, but that's the whole point. It's just to give the team at least a little slight chance of maybe getting a primeval up. I mean, even getting a primeval up before the other team's killed theirs, it's still a bit of progress. At least they got their primeval up, and because there used to be a time when they didn't even get their primeval up, and you think it's just over so quickly. So it's sort of a balanced game mechanics that way as well. Fair play system, So regards to the Eververse, we have to make a decision later to decide if we're going to buy that ship, this horse one that I was mentioning before. Obviously it doesn't look like a horse, but it celebrates the year of the horse, or I should say year of the fire horse. Looks quite cool. So regards to the amount of ships you can get absolutely loads. So that fire horse one, as it were, is this one that we were looking at. So that's for the current season, but you've got absolutely tons of other ships. For example, if you're more of a ship collector than the little vehicle thing, like I say, you got tons of ships, as well as appearances for your ghost as well. So tons of them. So, Gambit, ladies and gentlemen, we are heading to the Arcadia with the Drifter, and he is going to tell us who we're going to face for the first pests of Gambit.
All right, all right, all right. Let's see what we've got. Cabal on the field.
Oh, Cabal.
Cabal are famous for their discipline. Makes it even more satisfying when you beat them. Get ready for transmat. Drop those targets, take the moats, and bank them.
So, welcome to Gambit, our very first one. So, the first one to get their primary will up first. So, it's a mixture of collecting moats, as they're called, that are dropped from the Cabal pests in this case. Where do you think you're going there? Running away?
Incoming at the ghost.
It's not really a Cabal thing, is it, that they're running away like wussies? So we would try to do 4 of these. If Gambit does crash, at least we can go into control as a backup. So that's what's good, that if one crashes, at least you have a chance with at least something, you know. So we're going to try to see if we get maximum moats. Which we did, and then obviously kicked us out. So this is, like I said, a great example of where we join something and then it kicks us out because it's crashed. It shouldn't have, but it can do. Yay! Oh. So because of that, I've lost my moats as well as my ammo that I collected as well, which is a bit of an arse, but at least I didn't lose any mods, you know, from dying, but that's not the point. So I did collect a maximum wards, but obviously because we went to orbits and it crashed in that sense. Pain in the arse.
Allies headed to the other side. Your invaders down, but
Whoa, yeah.
deeper.
So maximum mods for the team to collect, if they are collecting. One of our team members is having fun over there for some reason.
Portals active. Time to choose violence.
So this is a great example where maybe not all the team is actually participating properly, but like I said, it is just a bit of fun in there, but it's not fun when your team members aren't actually
Bringing them back.
having fun, as in helping.
High value targets running. Get it.
Yeah, of course they're running. It's none of my teammates in this case.
High value targets got away.
Yay!
Get the next one. Portals ready. Don't forget to
Ah!
and that's it. Opposing team
That was the
took out
worst
their
one
prize.
ever, wasn't it? But never mind. So it still counts because it does give us XP. But it is a shame that we sadly didn't even get a chance to win or anything. So you can replace these with glimmer, so that's a good thing. So the weird thing is, certain ones you have to spend tons of glimmer to replace it, for example. So we do have SMG. So like I said, it isn't a must that we must get this completed properly, but I'm not sure we kept the SMG. So I think I put the SMG in the vault. So the SMG one it will cost us 32,000 glimmer just to replace it. Ooh, even funny. I can't even use that one either. Oh. So we do have one that we can use. Because we do have a trace rifle equipped, we could technically have two. So we keep it on strand for the moment. Next one we can switch back to. Let's see.
Alright.
Oh, who are we going to
Let's
get?
see what we've got. Cabal on the field.
Oh, Cabal again. The pests that were there before, but we
Cabal weaponry didn't used to be all bluster and
it
noise.
crashed.
Red Legion changed that.
Mhm.
Transmat ready. Look at you all dressed up.
Let's get some blood on that armor.
So, same principle. Get rid of the pests. Deposit the morphs. Just to see if we can get our primeval before the team.
Hostiles incoming at the guard.
That was quite funny. So we got 12 more to finish. I was trying to get the ammo there, but I was getting attacked.
You're being invaded. Find them before they find you.
Ah! Fuck.
Enemy
Thank you, you piece of shit.
free to hunt.
So on the first one I didn't lose any more, than this one I've already lost 12. Annoying.
Hey, you're losing most.
Oh.
Ice the blockers. Incoming on the island.
So fucking annoying.
Portal's prize. Anyone up for a field trip? High value target. Burn it down. Your allies invade. They mean business. Your friend's down. They're coming back to your side. Opposing team's got a primeval. Once it dies, they win.
So killed some pests. Top the team, so I'm gonna hopefully help the team get rid of the blocker here at the back. Yay! Deposit my 15, yay! Even though I lost fucking 12.
Your allies down when they manage to hit. You're nearly there. Fill the bank. Get that primeval up. You're not out of this yet. Fill that primeval.
Yay! Got a primeval as well. So in regards to the primeval, we can't do
We'll compromise.
any damage to the primeval unless the envoys, which are the funny like wizardy witchy things that have escorted the boss
Your
to
allies on the other
the
side.
arena.
Looking to make someone cry.
Oh, down.
Careful.
Oh! So we have an invader ship.
Your allies back with 3 kills. Yeah. Invaders off the field.
So they're taking pests, but at least you're seeing us have a particular slight chance. because before, the match before, we just didn't even have a chance.
Get moving. I got a call.
No.
Enemy team melted their prime.
Ah. So it's not all about winning, it's all about team participation, isn't it, as well? So that was a shame. So who we're going to be against for the next gambit? So we're going to change the subclass damage to stasis, just to see if it will help with this one. Eh? So they haven't encountered. I don't know why, but never mind. So it is asking us to do stasis. So that's why I thought we can keep it on stasis till we get that done. And the trace rifle, in regards to the trace rifle requirement, is helping that as well. So 2. I don't know why that's not working. Yeah, sometimes it doesn't actually register the actual kills, and then it's like, oops. But then it should have, you know what I mean? But that's the fun thing of things that happen in this, which are, you know, sort of out your control, because obviously you're trying to do the requirements, but it's obviously not always registering the requirements that you've already done, which you might have spent ages doing, and it's just like you have to do it all again. So we could do another 3 of this side of Gambit or Crucible, because of what happened in the first instance where it kicked me out the menu. So that didn't technically like work properly, that. And then we will go into a live nightfall run. So sometimes the instances could be done very quickly, as you notice there. It just depends. Sometimes the instance can take so long that it actually crashes the game. Actually, that happened a couple of years ago, where the instance that we were in was so balanced that it went over like at least 40 minutes at least, for because we had sort of overtime, as it were, but the team was at the same score at the end of overtime, so then they gave us another overtime, and then it was the same again. But that was just astonishing, really. But then it crashed the game because we had been even for over 40 minutes, which is a rare thing. But it wasn't fun, the fact that we couldn't do anything because we couldn't even reset the instance. So spoiled it that way. But like I said, sometimes there is a bug that affects, you know, the initial game. But so, you know, with that happening, obviously they made massive changes to Gambit, the other side of Crucible, as well as the Gambit side, as it were. But made it more unlikely that it was going to be even all the way through, which makes sense because if it's not going to, you know, be competitive all the way, you know, towards the end, then it's, you know, it's not fun that way. So obviously they made the changes to make it more compatible. So made it more, you know, compatible for players who are familiar with it, you know, the mechanics and that. But it just made sense, just to be more fairer. So at least you've seen the changes that they brought into Gambit to make it more fun, you know, even though it's fun anyway. But
Drop those targets. Take the moats.
so we are against the Scorn for this side of Crucible for Gambit. This Gambit anyway. So because what happened in the first one, we will do another tomb wall.
Hostiles inbound at the steps.
Don't know how my teammate just leaves motes around, but it's rather funny in a way. It's like they forgot to pick up. See, they didn't even pick that up. Unless they expected certain team members to get it, but oh dear. See what I mean?
Incoming wait at the drill.
Killing without collecting, which is really weird.
Moats draining. The blockers must die, sister.
Because they should be
Hostiles
collecting.
inbound at the steps.
Um,
Invaders here. Make them feel unwelcome.
so deposit so I don't lose my medium blocker. Ah! So at least I didn't lose any morts that time. I still got fucking murdered.
Moats draining.
How
The blockers
dare
must
you.
die, sister. Invaders off the field. I spot a high-value.
Oh, how funny.
Give 'em hell. Your allies on the other side, looking to make someone cry.
Did it hurt your face? Oh, hello, stink. Lord of the Stink. Oh.
Opposing team's got a prime evil. Once it dies, they win.
So maximum mods. We're gonna try to deposit these.
Anyone up for a field trip? Portal's ready.
So I'm gonna go through, unless my teammate is. Yep. I think he tried to go through, but for some reason didn't load it properly. So we do have our prime evil up as well, so it is at least a bit more fairer in this sense. So where could the invader be? Oh! See, I don't think I would have died if the primeval wasn't shooting me. So the primeval was shooting me, so I was getting hit by him.
Invaders off the field. Envoys eliminated.
Ooh. So at least you've seen Gambit how it should be. So the first instance was a bit weird. So now we have to go and get rid of the envoys over here because it's the only way you can okay, have a chance to win. So, how come he knew where I was? I was hoping to surprise him, but he fucking knew where I was, which made no sense. I just hope he isn't cheating, because then it is just so pointless. So the portal's not up yet. Join the team trying to get rid of the envoy. So, like I said, you can't do any damage to the primeval unless the envoys are down. No matter how much you try. Ah, fuck! Something doesn't make sense here. He knew exactly where I was. It's sort of a bit exposed, I
This is what the taking
think. Got your back, stink. I got your back. Like I said, it's just a bit of fun. So with regards to the mini little requirement, it's still not in counting that, is it? It's just weird. But this is counting, so this is what doesn't make any sense. So these are counting where this isn't. Very strange. And this is what also doesn't make sense, because we actually have stasis equipped, but it's not actually counting the damage that we do here. Even though most of my gear is stasis, do you know what I mean? This is where it's very confusing. So if we had all the weapons stasis, we are actually literally doing stasis damage here. So, you know, if we had a stasis assault rifle, you know, which we have, I'm sure we got it somewhere. Oh, look, we've got this. So, Gambit number 3. Technically. Same principle, who we're going to be facing.
Alright. Let's see what we've got. Vex on the field.
Ooh, Vic. So with regards to the weekly little requirement thing,
You can defuse
it
the
hasn't like
self-destruct on a Vex
made
Hydra
it
You can sleep in
count
the
for the week, as it were. I will do a few when I'm not live, so I
Prepare
can
for
just get the
transmat.
bright dust and other little resources that I want to get for the week.
Fire with fire. Get those motes.
So last time we were in Destiny 2 Renegades, technically for Crucible and Gambit, before Tuesday, of course, we had Iron Banner last time, which was a lot of fun.
Incoming at the cave.
So against the Vex for this Gambit.
Hostiles incoming at the garden.
Yeah, I don't know why it sometimes doesn't register the participation, but then it does. You know what I mean?
Mote drain. The blockers must die, sister. Incoming on the island. Portal's ready. Don't forget to bring a gift.
Bring a gift.
Allies headed to the other side. Sending medium blocker. Your invader's dead. Sending him back.
Oh, he's fucking Hydra. Shit. I was just like going, ew, what's gonna happen here?
Invader on the field. And they don't look too friendly. Watch it. You're shedding motes. Kill the blockers. Enemy free to hunt. Incoming at the cave. You're close. Fill the bank, you get a primeval. Portal's prime. Go make a mess. Your allies invading, and they mean business. Your invader is down. Pulling them back.
Well, that went really well then, didn't it?
Mote's draining. The blockers must die, sister.
Booyah!
Primeval's here. Kill it and win this.
Well, at least we got a primeval first today.
Envoys eliminated. Focus on the primeval.
Well, yeah. Oh shit.
Now devour that primeval. Invaders here. Brace yourself. Opposing team.
Where's he at?
Kill yours now.
Where's he at? Invade the pest, will you?
Your allies invading. They mean business.
Where's he fucking at? Miss!
Invaders off the field.
That was rather funny because he fucking missed. I like how I'm getting bombarded by the primeval here. Oh, looks like Shrek's cousin. Maybe his nephew or something. So it is a taken ogre, as they're also known as.
Envoys terminate. Now, bring them out now. Invaders here. Brace yourself.
Ah, fuck. How the fuck did he know? That's bullshit.
Your team turned that invader into a grease spot.
No, seriously, that was bullcrap.
Allies invading the other
And it's
side.
funny how my teammates going through. don't think we won today yet, but like I said, it doesn't matter. It is just a bit of fun, isn't it? So, quicker you get the envoys down, the chance you get, or better the chance, to get rid of the primeval, literally. Oh shit! Yeah, the scratchy twins! Yay! Well, that was weird, we shouldn't have even won. Do you know what I mean? So that was rather entertaining, wasn't it?
You fight till there's nothing left. I could use someone like you on my next cruise.
So... So, being against the Cabal, the Scorn, I believe, and Vex. So we can see if what will happen in this one. So it's still not counting that. It's weird because it normally does. So it's not actually. Wait a minute. So we can change it to strand. So we will change this to strand as well. If we have to do one more, we will. So we can see if we can get this done. It should. It's weird because it should have counted that, shouldn't it? But never mind. So even this that we collected from the last week isn't even working either. So we could get rid of it and see if we can re-get it. Because it's weird because it's not actually working properly with that, because obviously when you do get it from there, usually it doesn't matter when it's completed, usually whether it's the same week or the week after, etc. It's still the same thing, but you're just completing it when you complete it. Do you know what I mean? So usually it usually lets you complete it when you're, you know, in your progress of it, rather than having to collect it every week. So we're going to be against for this potentially final gambit. See, even the stasis thing's not even working here. It should. But never mind. Because we did have the sub damage, or subclass damage as it were, on status, so like I said, sometimes it doesn't actually register everything when it's meant to, so bit of a bug issue maybe or something. So what will happen in this one? Other than me being shot again, hopefully I won't lose any more. So I didn't lose too many in the last instance, so that's a positive, but so we've been against the Cabal, the Vex, the Scorn, and Vex there as well. So we're going to ensure we do this one, just ensure we've done technically like 4, because the first one obviously crashed and then we had to redo it, and it was the Cabal again, and that's when I lost my like 12 knots or so. I wasn't too happy. But we will see what happens in this one. So it's the same principle. Collect the motes from the fallen pests that we get rid of, and then deposit into our bank. First one to 100 motes gets their primeval, as simple as that. So throughout Destiny 2 Renegades, we've come across additional heavy weaponry from each of the factions so far that we've met during the storyline, and I think they should bring them into Gambit. I've always said this because sometimes Gambit's the same, unless they make changes, like switch up the indicator or even bring up these additional pests.
I got Loosened Hive coming for you.
Oh, we got Loosened Hive, how lovely.
That's Hive sword logic, sharpened by the light. Should be one hell of a fight. Hold on to your ghosts.
So, I do hope you will enjoy this Gambit. Hopefully it won't be too terrible, but we will see. So, because of what happened yesterday, we are actually coming back to World of Warcraft Midnight on Thursday. So, we do have Loosened Hive Bloody Shriekers, which is fucking great. Because I hate the Shriekers. And Shriekers hate me. I like how my teammates just didn't bother picking them up. You're meant to pick them up, Shrieker after Shrieker. Oh, you are kidding. Oi! Yeah. So deposit these. Yay.
Those smokes popped a large blocker on the enemy side. Your ally is back. They scored a kill. Hostiles inbound at the step. to block
If you don't get rid of the ghost that the Lucent Hive have, they will respawn. And again and again and again.
Grab your gun. Your allies invading the other side.
Oh wait, I've got enough to...
Primeval's up. Kill it to win. Your allies down. Scorn a kid. Primeval compromised. Take it out. You're being invaded. Find them before they find you.
Mhm. Oh, you! It wasn't in there.
Envoys in the dirt. Now kill the big guy. Invader down. You can relax. Enemy Invader down. Hey, you can't blame him for trying.
Really fucking annoying.
Envoys terminated. Now, bring the house down. An invader crossed
I
over.
don't want this
Fill 'em
issue
full
with...
of holes.
Ah, you fucking
Got
kidding.
some move.
Fucking little shit. Had a spoiler, didn't you?
Where'd you learn to shoot like that? If you're ever looking to make extra glimmer, you come find me.
Dear me. It's weird because that's... Yeah, this one, we... See, these aren't even going up, except... So the strand thing's gone up nearly 50% already, which is a good thing. But why is it not counting properly? So if we can get a strand of the special ammo slot weapon, at least then we have it covered. Technically, if you have one of each of the subclass damages, so 5, so you do have multiple ammo slots, so if you had one of each damage type, maybe that would be really good. Ideally, that's what you probably want to try to do, so then you can just switch between them. So I do hope you will enjoy this gambit. After this, we will head into a live Nightfall run. Been rather eventful, ladies and gentlemen, hasn't it? Of course it has.
All right, Mavericks. Ready to see what you're fighting today? Vex on the field.
We're up against the Vex again.
Do me a favor and don't call it Vex milk. Always makes me thirsty.
Do hope you enjoy it. So first one to get the primeval up has a chance to kill it, but
Look
obviously
at
we
you all
can't
dressed
do
up.
any damage to the primary
Let's get some
weapon.
blood
Boys
on
are
that
gone
armor.
as well. So the drifter will be watching very carefully to see who. Let's get the primary up first.
Hostiles incoming in the cavern.
Mhm. So the team sent a little blocker. Oh God, my teammate lost some more because he died. Oh, you're
And
fucking
Vader on the
kidding.
field. And they don't look too friendly.
Fuck. Where's he?
Enemy invader down. Hey, you can't blame him for trying.
Oh, thank goodness. My teammate killed him. That could have been me losing 15 fucking more again.
Large blocker to the other side.
Yeah. What?
I value
Nearly
target
broke my
identified.
leg.
Get 'em.
Nearly broke my leg. Hey, Betsy.
Incoming at the ghost. High value target is down and out. Watch it.
Oh,
You're
fuck.
shedding motes. Kill the block.
Oh, you fucking kid.
Invader incoming.
It's gonna hunt me down.
Opposing team's got a prime evil. Once it dies, they win. Portal ready.
Hide. From him, hopefully.
Your allies invade. They mean business.
But this is interesting. I've got my maximum multi again. Which is good.
You dropped a large blocker on the enemy. That'll take them a while.
Hey, Mr. Hydra.
Your invaders down, but they took 3 with them. Hostile incoming at the
I
depot.
hope you've enjoyed Gambit. We haven't, or was necessary, won.
Portal's ready.
Same
Don't
with the
forget to bring a
other
gift.
side of the Crucible, like Control and Mayhem, but
Small blocker to the other side. Your allies on the other side, looking to make someone cry.
What?
Got enough to pull a primeval. Thank those moats. Hostiles incoming in the cavern. Your allies back with 3 kills. Yeah. It's not over. Kill that primeval.
That was quite cute. So we do have our primeval too, yay!
Vader inbound.
And we have Invader Pest somewhere.
Enemy
Question
invader
is
down.
where?
Nice. Envoy's taking a dirt nap. Primeval
Huh?
time. Allies invaded.
Ah, shit! Shooting at me? I think the primeval always attacks me.
Opposing team's about to win. Your allies back with 1 kill.
So the envoys.
Vader on the field. Careful.
Oi!
Your allies hunting the other team. The enemy team's about to win this. Get moving. Invader's gone. Get him next time. I got a call. Enemy team melted their primeval. That primeval's compromised. Hit it with
Ah,
everything
that was
you've
a
got.
shame. So we're gonna go to orbit. If it will let us. So we nearly got that done. So in regards to that, that's weird. It's not in counting either. It's weird. So to end tonight's drama, we are going to go into a live Nightfall run. So because we need to get that percentage, we will switch between Strand and Arc. So we're going to go into the Vanguard tab, click on Nightfall and see which one it will be. So we will hopefully do this from the beginning with our team members. That's how it usually works, but sometimes we join it when it's already at the end, which makes sense because then it allows us to do it again, but obviously still counts. Like what happened Tuesday, we actually joined the Nightfall literally at the final seconds of the boss and last part, of the Nightfall, but still counted towards the weekly XP, which is sort of funny in a way because we hadn't even done anything until joining that Nightfall, of course. But so whichever the Nightfall is, I do hope you will enjoy it, no matter which one it will be. And as always, it will be uploaded so you can watch it in your own time on my channel playlists on YouTube, etc. as well.
day, young wolf.
Got fucking murdered by. Yeah, defense weapon here. Nearly died again. So we're joining the team already inside here, but bear in mind we were getting killed outside. Trying to get fucking inside. Ah! I remember what this map is. So we were here during the storyline on Europa. So this to do here. Maybe Hive or Loosened Hive? So I'm not sure if we got rid of some barrier champions. We probably have, but I don't know, because obviously we were dead numerous times, and my teammates would have gone through for me. You little shit. So barrier champion again. So with the barrier champions you can't do anything unless you're stunned.
Sub-level doors opening now.
So the machine gun side of things, for the get rid of the pests, we can maybe concentrate on that now. So the Nightfall one is a sort of a harder version of the Strike, or part of the storyline that we are dealing with in regards to this expansion here on Europa, it appears. So every time we do Nightfall, it's not always guaranteed it's going to take ages or anything, but it is bound to be eventful, of course, and meant to be much difficult because with the barrier champions, you don't have to get rid of them, but obviously if you want to get a really good score, you... I thought he was going to just kill himself while jumping up. Got rid of the champion there, so that's good. Oh
battle song
you kidding?
her soldiers. End it.
It is an interesting storyline here on Europa, but listen, you little shit. Ah, fuck. Got fucking bombarded. No. Jeez. Totally bombarded. So you have up to 25 minutes to complete the Nightfall. Yeah, for some reason we are doing with the barrier champion on just an elite pest or elite shit. Ah! Something shot me. Who was that? Oh. Have we got a shrieker somewhere? Oh, that's what murdered me. Fucking trigger. Well, this is interesting Nightfall, so this will be uploaded, edited, shit. Because there is so many Nightfalls. But it is interesting that we actually do one we haven't done for... I can't recall when we last did it. Some Nightfalls we're only done for over a year, I mean. It's scary just to think because there is so many Nightfalls to do. I can't believe that. Oh, sorry. Shooting our teammate. So it leads to this part of the instance. Plenty of hive here. rid of the barrier champion. That was good. Oh, fuck. Nearly killed myself in the process. So we'll change it to arc while we're live, in case we might get our champion, our super again. So, I don't know what we have to do here.
Submine vault's locked down tight, but the maintenance shafts are just big enough to fit you and all that armor. Happy crawling.
Whoa,
I never knew there was
that's
a
close.
submine housed in Europa.
Bray thing.
Neither
Oh,
did
you
the
are fucking
Vanguard's
kidding.
archives.
Oi, you
Submine is
fuck.
I have
Fucking
the same
kidding.
question.
Nearly broke my
Turns out
fucking leg.
It's not really a submine, not in the traditional sense. It's more like a foundational AI framework they all use.
Oh, this is like the other one. Oh, did that fucking hurt? Wait a minute. How do we pick them up? Because usually with the Fallen we can shoot the little laser things, but in this case we can't. Making it more eventful. But how the crap do you get back? Oh, this is lively, isn't it? I hope you have enjoyed it. So we haven't unlocked lock on the door. So that was cool. Oh shit! Just realised that was coming in.
That's one big shrieky eye. Guardian, get gouging.
What the crap? Oh shit! Ew, some... Oh, Zulera. Ah! You're fucking kidding me. Ooh, Zulera just fucking killed me. Thank you, Zulera. Don't know where... Oh, it's probably back over there. Oh, this is a different type of pest. Shit. Whoa. Because I think they've done changes to this to make it more of a Nightfall challenge, because we can't actually do much. Oh shit! Damage to the eye of Zula. I think that's how you say it. I'm sorry if I said it totally wrong. Hey, stink! Piece of shit. Oh! Listen, you fucking piece of shit. Ooh. Hey! I'm sorry, that hurt. I hope you enjoy this Nightfall. I'm trying to recall when we last did this, which I believe was probably ages ago. Oh, they're fucking chasing me, look at them. Do kill the fighting champion. Oh, what fucking shame. It isn't a must that we must kill it, but if we want to get a really good score, I'll see that's how you get your point score. Shit. Oh, you fucking kidding. Just when I thought I didn't die. Fuck you, Zulu Raph. See, I mean, in our case, I don't know if it's a good score that we've got, you know, compared to what is the default for, you know, platinum score, blah blah blah, for this Nightfall, because every Nightfall has a different threshold for platinum score for the Nightfall run. Really pissed off. Aren't you, Miss? So, under the 25 minutes, if you kill tons of stuff during that instance that are available to kill within time, it counts towards the score as well, you know, for the points for the Nightfall score, I believe. Jeez, it is a massive shrieker. Yeah, the War Watcher, Zilla Raph there. Either Raph or what did that say? No. I don't remember how you say it. Teammate die. Gonna res you? Well, my teammate. So once it passes 25 minutes, it starts eating at your score. And ideally, you want to have a good score before it does that. Oh shit. So when it spawns more shits to kill, helps with our score because we can then kill more stuff. But the only problem is when you pass 25 minutes, for example, you start losing points, and then it doesn't matter how many times you kill crap during that time because you've lost. You will get you get 0 points. Basically. Thank you, Zero or whatever. Sting. So we can get 1800. Oh shit, nearly fell down. Right there! So we'll kill the boss, we actually get some points. Oh, that's dramatic.
So much on Europa that helps.
Yay!
Why hide all this away instead of using our legacy to better humanity?
Humanity's betterment is a vehicle, an indirect consequence of parallel actions. It advances in the shadow of individuals. My shadow.
It really is all about you.
We are all propelled by selfishness. Even you, even now. It is why you came to me.
Well, that was an interesting Nightfall one. I do hope you enjoyed it. So we say thank you to our teammates as always. So we can go back to orbit now. Yay! See, that's weird. It just hasn't counted towards that. So we don't need this crab. Tell you what, we do one more crucible thing. Just to make up with that problem with crucible before. So with its little mini season bounties, so don't understand that. Okay. So that's weird. We've done stasis, but this is where it's very confusing why it's not working properly. Ah, void and strand. So we will see if we can get this done. So we still need to get percentage more for the void and strand. Can't even say it. Void and strand thing. It's weird because yeah, it's really confusing. So to end tonight, we're going to see if we can go into this instance just to see if it will work or count towards what we've been trying to do in Crucible before, because for some reason hasn't picked up all of it where it should have. Which it should, but for some reason it hasn't. So, like for example, we've done a lot of Crucible tonight, but it hasn't picked it all up where it should have. And it dispose it really. So we keep it on strand just to see if we can get this completed. Whether it takes well, after tonight's live stream, that doesn't matter, but so I do hope you will enjoy this conclusion. So we're going to go into control. So it doesn't matter if we win or lose, it doesn't matter. It still counts towards the reset, usually. But like I said, for some reason it hasn't been always picking it up. I don't know why.
Control.
Or counting towards the weekly. Requirement anyway. Some of it has, but not all of it, which doesn't make sense.
Show me you can take ground. Hold the zone. You captured Zone C. Enemy claimed Zone A.
Ah! Fuck!
You have advantage. Zone C lost.
Oh no! Like how. Oh.
You have advantage.
I thought you was going to say, you got murdered. Well, of course I did. Oh dear. So almost a full reset week this week. Ah! Yo. Eee. Little evil little butterface.
Zone A lost.
What? Huh? Oh, that was even more funny. Because I chased you. Huh?
Zone A captured. Zone advantage is yours.
How did you fucking do that? Haha. That was even funnier. Because he didn't know I was going to do that. Right? Oh dear. Fucking annoying. Oi, you fuck. That's been a lively ending, hasn't it, as usual? Ah, to the hair. Ah!
5 minutes left. Keep it up.
I wasn't expecting you to hurt me like that. Oh, can I jump through the
Zone
window?
A captured.
Oh yeah, I
Zone
can.
advantage is yours. Zone B lost. Your enemy can't if they're dead.
So I know I'm doing so terrible,
You
ladies
have
and
zone
gentlemen,
advantage.
but you know, it's a bit fun. Isn't it? Ah! Little shit. Oh, sorry.
Zone B lost.
Did I punch you in the face?
This is a
That was even more funny.
Zone C captured. Zone advantage is yours.
Hmm.
You're winning. Stay strong. Zone B captured. Zone advantage is yours.
Well, what a funny way of ending tonight.
Zone A captured. That's a power play. You took them. Now hold them. Zone C lost. Zone B
I
lost.
like how he was waiting for me. Eh? How come he didn't die? Hang on. Ah? Woo! Oh,
You captured Zone B. You have zone advantage. Victory
Ah?
imminent.
didn't understand that one bit.
Don't be lost.
Oh, what a fucking shame.
Don't see captured. You have advanced.
That was so funny.
One minute.
Because it was really rubbing it in.
You shut the enemy down.
Oh dear.
Your victory gives the city hope, Guardians.
So I do hope you enjoyed that little bit of Crucible to end tonight's drama. So that's helped. So we're not too far away now. So what I mean, it has counted that time, so it's just weird. Really is. So I'd like to say thank you for watching tonight. Just before we end tonight, just make sure we have, make sure we cleared everything. In regards to the crap that we got. So most of it we can put in the vault anyway. So we can put this into the vault. So, to end tonight, we're going to, well, quickly head to the tower, because we're going to buy that ship. Might as well, eh? And then we got a new ship to join the, so we do have these other ones that we had, you know, on the rotation. And then we also had this other one. Ooh. So the new one that we're going to get, so we can buy it and then put these other ships into the vault, as it were. Well, very eventful. So to end tonight, we're going to go and see Tess. And she's gonna give us oh, I should say we're gonna give Tess some currency. Oh look, we've got crap in the vault. Or I should say in the postmaster.
Eververse isn't just a title, it's a boss.
There we are. So Tess will give us some for these engrams. Might be a ship, might not be. Oh. So regards to bright dust, we are gonna buy. Funny. It's quite good now. We're going to buy ships first, or do have this.
Looking for anything in particular, Guardian?
Don't mind not having that. That might be available another time. It will. So we're gonna make sure we've got the new ship equipped now. So I'm going to change it to the New Age Black Armory default, as I always pick for the shader or colour scheme for my ships. So in regards to entrance, we're gonna change it. We could have it this one. Oh no, it's quite cool. Or we could have it manifest. It's up to you which one you pick, or nightmare one. Oh, we'll have it nightmare. So now we can put these in. Oh, we can get rid of that. So, like I said, ladies and gentlemen, I want to say thank you for watching. So, final stream of this reset week before we will go into next week. And just to remind you, oh, the seat's making noises. But like I said, the reminder about tomorrow night. So tomorrow night, Saturday, the 25th of April 2026, from 7:30 p.m. GMT UK time, we will continue Diablo 4. So I do hope you can join me for it, as we will begin our progress, or potentially make some progress in regards to the Vessel of Hatred as well. So plenty of stuff to look forward to. And then in regards to the week after, I will mention it tomorrow night as well, just to remind you all about next week, but more about that when we, or should say more reminders tomorrow night when we are live tomorrow night. So final stream of this week tomorrow night, Saturday the 25th of April 2026. So we will return back to Sanctuary and continue the storyline in regards to Diablo 4. So I do hope you can join me for it. Don't worry if you can't, will be uploaded, etc., just like tonight's stream, in case you missed it, etc., including the Nightfall will be uploaded, so you can watch it in your own time as well. Well, it's been eventful, hasn't it, ladies and gentlemen? So I expect tomorrow night to be hopefully less eventful, but we just don't know, do we? So anyway, stay safe, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for watching. I'll see you all tomorrow night. Have a great Saturday, a great weekend if you can't join me tomorrow night. But anyway, stay safe, ladies and gentlemen, and I'll see you all very soon for some more, well, a little bit more drama for this reset week. Anyway, see you all tomorrow night as we head into Diablo 4, so it should be fun. Anyway, stay safe, and I'll see you all very soon. But for now, take care.